What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee from Champions Chat, and this is your breakdown for Dominik Mysterio, King of the Luchadores. Dom has an uphill battle to fight. Let's just be honest here. I love Dom as a real-life bad guy. He's fun, all that kind of stuff. But two things. One, Zombie Penta from last month as the S-tier showboat character was freaking phenomenal. He's got that against him. And two, the A-tier striker Dominik Mysterio is also freaking phenomenal. So he's got that to go up against him. So can he overcome the odds and be better than even his A-tier self? Well, that's what we're here to find out with this. As always, zero hype. This guy is a modern-era aggressive showboat. He has links and gears with Mexico, 2 more MP, Raw, 1 more MP, the Mysterio family, 50% more damage, the new Judgment Day, any color moves start with 6 more MP, so that one actually is pretty good. And then the modern era, 5%. So moral of the story is, team him with other Judgment Day members. Coaching ability is awesome. Green gems do 40% more, and immobile gems do 60% more. Works on a few people, but keep in mind, the nearing in plate, but especially the KO plate, the ultimate plate, is specifically for immobile and green. So anybody who uses that plate going forward, this is now the guy to put on there. Also has a little bio, but unlike the others this month, it's like not so big, right? He's a little guy. Like Ray's was down here, and this one is not so much. But love him or hate him, Dirty Dom is building a legacy as the self-proclaimed king of the Luchadores. It'd be nice if he came with the AAA championship. I just say, but they didn't really do much to update him. He doesn't have the neck tattoo yet, or at least I don't know. He's kind of got a shadow under there. Maybe he does. No, he doesn't. I'm 99% sure he doesn't have the neck tattoo yet. And he's a little thick. For Dom is like so skinny now. Like he's so skinny. Needs to eat something. All right, well, anyway, we've got a few movesets to look at. But this is the one. Maybe. Maybe there's a different one. But this is the one. We'll see. All right, anyway. It's the 5 MP corner whip clothesline. Purple move, deal damage, choose 9 gems to make into yellow gems if the opponent's class is striker. First deal damage, increase your yellow gem damage by 400%. That's where he gets spicy and interesting. We'll check that out. 3 amigos, as always. 7 MP yellow. Deal damage. Make the bottom 3 rows into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, deal damage and deal bleed damage. 5 million bleed damage for each trap gem, which that's actually not bad. And then, if broken by you, deal 1.75 million damage and increase your yellow gem damage by 11% for 1 turn. So we're doing the bottom 3 rows. 3 times, well, hold on. Let's just do this the easy way here. What is 3 times 7? It's 21, right? All right. 21 times 11. It's going to be 231%. So it's a fancy way of getting us to 231% bonus damage, plus another 400%, plus whatever we can muster from there. Entourage. I'm going to say focus on yellow gem damage because that's really where it's at. You could do the trap gem damage, but the trap gems are going to turn purple and you're buffing yellow. So you got to balance there with it. But you do need purple for starting loaded turn 1, which you just need the 1 and you're good to go. That's nice. John Cena is going to give you 45% more yellow gem damage, and yellows start with 2 more. So when you're doing these to get to 10, you're going to start with 3. So you actually only need to match 7 if you use John Cena, which I like. Then just yellow gem damage from there. I've got Austin for 40% any color. This is 30%, but if you use Zombie CM Punk, that's going to be 40%. Go on from there. Now, 150% strap, make sure you have the yellow gem damage right here at 60%. Then you can use the It's a Trap plate. You can use the Judgment Day plates. There's going to be some options there. But I would recommend the It's a Trap if you've got it. And the LA Bite for whenever you activate a yellow move, increase your yellow gem damage by another 50. So basically, that's another 100% damage. We can't go against Zombie Sammy. He's going to destroy us because of our trap gems. So first, I'm going to go against Big Papa Pump to get a baseline against just anybody, right? But then we got to find a striker we can go against because, hello, right? We want to see what Dom Dom can do. He's kind of got his gear. Also, by the way, he doesn't have any gear. I didn't mention that. I didn't mention that, but he doesn't have any gear, and they have said this month there will be gear. So you do need to make seven yellow gems match. My personal preference is just to put them on the very top, but the board isn't going to allow that right here, right? So my next personal preference would be to do it this way, and then just use the extras to try and knock out any ones that would accidentally create another match and go from there. If we cascade, we cascade. It is what it is, but let's hope. Boom, we didn't. All right, so the one disadvantage of doing it that way is we're going to lose a trap gem on the bottom. So we're not getting 231%. We're getting 220% bonus on these yellow gems. The Three Amigos has been sped up a little bit, which is nice because that could take forever when his dad Eddie Guerrero does it. And then you've got these ×8s that are up here. You'll see why that's cool. And then you're going to do the finisher first a 7x3 to purple. Well, geez, we want to buff up our yellow gems, so let's make that 7x3 into purple. There we go. Boom, boom. Then we're going to make a random area, and you hope you hit those ×8 multipliers. So against a normal person, 97 million damage. Not bad. Not bad. That's right there in that top tier damage rung. But we're not going up against normal people. Dom cheats. He plays dirty. That's why they call him Dirty Dom, right? Surprise, surprise. Oh, jeez, come on. Can we go against Terry Funk? That would be awesome. We cannot. Okay, so now you have to watch me play a quick game of where the heck is a striker we can fight. Because I don't have all of these unlocked. There's a Rey Mysterio. He's not a striker. There's a striker. Hey, Omos. 6 silver, so at least we won't destroy him super quick. So we're going to go up against Omos. This is actually a realistic fight. I could see WWE booking this at some point in the future. So just for the sake of not cascading and all that, you've already seen how this works. But look at this. Look at this. Do we have to hit it? I think we actually have to hit it. Yes, we do. So never mind. We're going to buff our yellow gems. So normally 329. We're going to hit this. I'm just going to not place them. Boop. There we go. There we go. Because you know how it worked. So now our yellow gems go to 1.65 million. And they're not done yet. We're going to get that extra trap gem in there this time. There we go. There we go. There we go. Boom and boom. Now we're going to get the buffage by another 231% once we break these gems right here, which we are going to take that ×8 out, but at least, you know, we're getting it. So it's getting a hit. That's nice. We actually took those ones out as well. And he didn't hit. So we didn't actually maximize those gems at all. That was at least 118, but it should have been way more than that. We just couldn't see it because he was already gone. He was already gone. But at least 118 million against strikers. So, yeah. Is he better than Penta? Well, we're only one move set in. I would say he's not an embarrassment to the family. He's better than his dad. Oops. Whoops, I said it. Yeah, I think that's pretty darn good. I like that moveset. Fairly accessible. And as you saw, I missed a good portion of those multiplier gems, so that you don't even have to have the It's a Trap plate. You just go against a striker, and that's pretty easy to remember because it's the color wheel. So, all right, that's one moveset. let's check out something different. All right, his next move set is fun. I gotta say. So we're gonna see the Three Amigos move we had in there before. But we're gonna do something very different with it. So we've got the 619, which is not a finisher for him. Deal damage, increase your gem dodge chance by 100% on gem swipes for 2 turns. Then deal damage and increase your yellow MP by 10, which is going to load that move, the Three Amigos. Deal damage and make the bottom 3 rows into trap gems. This time we're focusing on if broken by your opponent, deal damage and then 5 million bleed damage for 2 turns. And then the single leg Boston Crabs so that we try to force them to break those gems. Color submission, choose 10 gems to make into yellow submission gems. Do damage, which is decent amount, 1.6 million, for 2 turns while sub gems are on the board. Remaining sub turns will turn into, remaining submission gems unbroken will turn into 1 turn countdown gems that will deal damage and increase your red move damage by 40% for 2 turns. So this 300k is going to get buffed up. We're going to see that though when we start playing with the high-low here in just a moment. So there you go. There's that setup. And entourage-wise, we need Sting to get started loaded turn 1, or Butch, or Roxanne. We also need to very specifically use this Raquel, because its moves and gems, including Trap, and Countdown, and Juggernaut, that cause bleed will do 75% more bleed. If you try to use Apollo, it's not going to work because the gems are causing the bleed, not the move. So it has to be her, and then her coaching counterpart, moves and gems that cause bleed will do 50% more bleed damage. I would then put Lashley on here for red subs, do 50% more per turn, and last 1 more turn, because I want them to break as many bleeds as possible. That then is also going to give us a sub of 2.47 million damage for 3 turns, and focus on that. Now, the one thing this doesn't do is it doesn't reload our red, of all things, right? It's focusing on the fact that you're doing 11.2 million bleed damage for every gem they break times 2. So they break a lot of gems. They do a lot of bleeding, right? So I would then put the larger than life. Whenever you break 3 or more yellow gems, get 3 red back. You're basically going to be 1 short, so you're hoping that you get 1 extra, red broken, but at the same time, you've got this where you're going to not swipe, and they can't do moves because of this. So you are basically immune to damage at that point. You have a chance to get your thing back. You're good, right? We'll go up against Amos just because I don't want to pop back over to Steiner, but if his 1 MP moves screw us up, because aren't these, 1 MP, but that actually is kind of nice, because if he breaks more trap gems, I'm just saying. All right, so you're going to need to run this one first, because otherwise your yellow wouldn't be loaded normally. However, in 99 MP land, you can run this twice if you wanted to. There's no reason to, because it puts it on the bottom row either way. It's not like it does it randomly or anything. But either way, you could. You could if you wanted to. Now, every single trap gem is setting a trap for his opponent, which will do 11.2 million. And there's a potential of 21 on there. So you could do 200 million if he breaks the entire set. Just saying. Then you are going to want to reload this guy, which is 7 MP, and you've got this, which is giving you up to 10. So just match 7. Just don't break your own gems. That's all. Just don't break your own gems. So 1, 2, I'm not going to go right there. 3, there's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'll reload me. And then from there, you just want to put them as random as you can without breaking them, because we really want him. We really want him to break all of these himself, especially the bottom gems. So that's going to reload us. Boom, there we go. We set him up for, he hasn't done anything. He didn't break a single freaking one of those. But he's about to. He's about to. Maybe. He broke one, which did, get him on the bleed. That was nice. Let's get a break any of those. Yeah, he broke a few, so he's bleeding some more. And there, we're going to swipe out of this, which will also reclaim our moves. There you go. Now we got a 40% buff on this as well, which really doesn't do anything. So he broke 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has 44 million bleed already on him. Ricky Bobby, don't you put that curse on me. And then we're going to go in here and do this all over again, which is nice. Nice. And actually, I didn't even need to break all the yellow ones on the last time because realistically, all I need is one yellow match, which is going to do that, right? So, yeah, all I need is one yellow match. That'll get us up to the 5 or give or take. So from here, now we're just going to strategery place these yellows. And this time, let's see if we can't get him to break more of the bleeds. But it doesn't matter because he's about to bleed out anyway. Ready, bleed, boom, gone. I think that was an 8 stack, so that would be 80 million right off the bat, right? So, yeah, it's a little bit, set a trap for your opponent, but I do like it. It's definitely fun, and if they get out of that, they can't swipe, they can't punch you, they can't hit you, and unless they have 1 MP moves, they can't get you. Let's try it one more time. Let's just do this one more time. Omos has a 1 MP move, but it's actually to our benefit because he breaks our gems that way. So I like it a lot. I actually really do think this is a fun move set. It's a different way to run him, but I like bleed move sets. I've loved them since since Zombie Bianca was in the game, even before I had her, actually, is the best way to say that. So, there we go. All right, now we just need one match, and then we will space these as randomly as we can. Something like that. Boop, got my one match. Yeah, there he broke some. There, see, he's already done. So that was a lot better instance of that. It just blows them up instantly. They're like, I'm going to kick at, nope, I'm done. So there you go. All right, that's one more of his movesets. We're going to try and find something else. He's got a couple moves I don't really care to use, but let's see if there's something in that move damage build since, those countdowns do move damage on the reds. All right, let's see that, and we'll be right back. His last move set we're going to take a look at is Triple Red. Now, we didn't use every move. In fact, he has a move here that's actually pretty spicy with, not that one, the Dirtiest Arm Drag. Deal damage, steal up to 17 million health, and if the opponent generated a Crossbreak gem, deal damage and steal another 17 million health, 10 million damage, then steal the opponent's turn. So you start adding things in like, health steal trainers, of which there's 2, one in coaching and one in training, that would do 100% more. And that gets pretty spicy. So, I might take a look at that one too. We'll see. I don't know. It's taken me all day to do these videos today. But, I'm not going to leave that one in just for the moment. The other one I'm actually just not going to use is the Running Hurricane Rana. Deal damage, steal 10 MP from each of your opponent's yellow moves. I don't like those moves. They're fine, I just don't like them. So, it's very conditional, but you could, and maybe I'll put it with the Dirtiest Arm Drag just so you can see it. I don't know. Anyway, what we're going to do is this red setup. You've got the single Boston leg crab, color submission, choose 10 gems to make into yellow submission gems, which doesn't matter this time around, deal damage, but the main thing what we're dealing with is the remaining sub gems turn into 1 turn countdown gems that will increase your red move by damage by 40% for 2 turns. So 10 gems up to 40%. Then you've got the 619, deal damage, increase your gem dodge chance by 100%, which we saw. And then increase your yellow MP by 10, which we also don't need. Then you've got the high-low, which we haven't seen, 1.5 million damage, swap a 6x6 random area to red gems. So that's going to reload, plus give you some red gem damage. On the Entourage, you're going to need that red MP trainer, plus this guy. Red moves deal damage. We'll do 100% more. Red moves start with 2 more MP. So Finn of the Judgment Day trains Dom of the Judgment Day. Oh, how nice. Then I would use Miz for 40%. And the guy who legitimately beat a former world champion, that Miz, at WrestleMania, Snoop Dogg, red moves deal 40% more damage. So now you're up to 4.2 million with this move. I would use a takedown strap or your move damage, best one you got. If you have one right here, which I don't, that is red move, that's going to be 250% more red move damage. And unfortunately, I don't have that. So, again, as always, yours will do better. If you got the new Jacob plate, whenever you activate a red move, increase your red move damage by 100% for 2 turns, which is important because that does work through the sub as well. And then I would maybe use the Valkyrie's Crest whenever you activate a red move, increase your red gem damage by 50% for 1 turn, so you'll at least get another 100% on those red gems you're dropping. Hype level 0. We're not going to go up against Omos because I don't want him to have a 1 MP move. We'll go up against Big Ploppa Bump here. Big Papa Dumps. Papa Lumps, Huppa Dumps, Huffalumps. And here's what we're going to do. Dom is going to, first of all, do a sub. And you want to space these out in such a way that you are less likely to have him break them as much as humanly possible. I know that's kind of a gamble, but something like that. The more of these survive, the better. So give yourself the best possible chance. And actually, so far, nope, he took 3 of them. All right, so we get 7 of them that buff by 40%. So now we have an 8.5 million hit and a 42 million hit. But we're still got the Jacob plate going, so we're going to do this one as well, which is also going to give us a 100% gem dodge chance, so helps with that. Then we do a 6x6 random area to red gems, 48 million. He only has 46 million left, so bye Papa Pump, bye buddy. On that tiny little move, you win with that tiny little move. How fun. But yeah, red move damage, you just hope that they don't break as many gems as possible. You want them all there, and that's going to be the determining factor. So it is fairly random. All right, I convinced myself I will check out the health steal move. This Dom is so good. We're going to compare him to Penta in a minute. But the early thoughts are good. All right, so 2 things. First of all, I almost skipped this moveset, and oh my gosh, was I wrong. Second of all, in the meantime, between like the 1 second before this move or this little transition started and now, I was sent the Dominik Mysterio custody match. So gems do 50% more damage. Black gems, which doesn't hit him. Green gems doesn't hit him, but all color subs do 200% more damage, and multiply gems increase their strength by 3. So that's actually pretty big for Ray, but 50% more health. But the sub, right? We looked at the sub. 200% on this sub that we just were using without that, and it's already 1.6 million, so that's 3 million. So the sub actually might be worth investing in. Another moveset, but I'm not going to do it again because we already went through that, but you could do a sub build focus with him as well. But we're going to do the corner whiplash clothesline, whip clothesline. You could do the running Hurricane Rana if you know that your opponent has yellow moves. That would be fine as well. But we're not going to do that. So we're going to do this one. Deal damage. Choose 9 gems to make yellow. Hardcore if your opponent's class is striker. You're going to increase your yellow gem damage by 400%. We saw that. We saw the finisher. It worked great with the other moveset with the traps. But look at this. The dirtiest arm drag in the game. Deal damage. Steal 17 million health. And if the opponent generates a cross-break gem, so hello Axe and Smash, then deal 10 million damage and steal another 17 million health. But you're already going to see it. Look at that right there. Whenever you add this girl and this guy, both of them the same thing, just a trainer and a coach, moves and traps and countdowns and juggernauts that steal health, will steal 100% more health. You're at 51 million health that you steal. Holy cow. And if they create a crossbreak gem, another 51. Is there anybody else we could put right here that steals health? I honestly don't remember. But you're already at 51 million. Let me know in the comments if you got that. You don't really need anything on the plates, which is super nice. You can, of course, use a 150, a 100, or whatever, plus your Fury 2 or 3s right here, and yellow gem damage, because he is still going to do that. And if you go against strikers, he buffs that as well. So there is other sources of damage in addition to the 51 million, and I'm not using those two trainers on anybody currently that I can think of. So for me, that's a big win. 51 million health. Watch, like, you know, this is how you load it, right? You just know that right off the bat. We don't need to see it. We just steal 50 million health. Just why not? Think about that in boss battle. Think about that in, well, Titan mode, you're still going to get destroyed. But boss battle, look at that. You're just instantly going to be back to 100 million health. And then you just happen to swap a 7x3 to purple and a 7x4 to yellow. So this isn't going to be huge damage, but you're instantly going to reload all your moves. Just do that. Connect it to whatever you want to, whatever you can, and then boom, there as well. If you did the triple yellow, oh man, am I going to put myself into another move set here? Could you? No, because you can't. You need something that loads the yellow moves, and that wouldn't do it. So yeah, we're good. I freaked myself out for a moment. But imagine adding the traps in there as well. 99 MP world, run triple yellow. Oh my gosh, it will do some amazing things. So that is a fourth and final moveset for Dom, and that might be the one I run. I don't know. Like, I really liked his first moveset. I really liked this moveset. I was good with the red combo movesets. Like, the bleed was, I love the bleed build. That was awesome. This coming right after Zombie Penta, I had my fears. I was like, oh my gosh, they just screwed themselves because Zombie Penta was so good, and this Dominik, come on, the Striker Dominik is great. They're not going to do, well, they did it. This is a very different, very good, 4 incredible movesets, very good showboat across the board. Honestly, this is the, so far, landslide best character this month. I would put him up there. I mean, showboats, male showboats are just so ridiculous. I mean, you've always got William Regal in the conversation for the best. You got Drew McIntyre, you got Gunther, you got Sami Zayn, you got this guy now. I mean, and Penta again. I mean, and that's like just the top of my head, and I'm missing people. Like, that's how good the Showboat Army is, and this guy is a worthy addition, if not captain, of the future Showboat Army. So that's what I think. What do you think about him? Let me know in the comments section. Like this video, subscribe to Champions Chat, and make sure you keep coming back because we got new videos daily. Lots of 3-minute move sets for all the characters, plus fun videos, Glitchamania videos, pulls videos, whatever you want. We got it here. And I want you to keep consuming more of it because that helps us out. And we try to be helpful to the community. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.